Hello, samba lovers and carnival fans. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jana and this is Curves on the Road. Today's video will be about 10 things I didn't know and I learned about Carnival, and I'm gonna share it with you. Are you ready? Let's samba! Number 1. Carnival is not the same thing as the samba parade. I always thought that the parade goes through the main roads of the city and people are dancing and following the huge floaties and the half-naked dancers, but actually no, there are two different things. Carnival, which is a festival, and people are dancing in the streets, having fun, enjoying themselves. And then there is a second thing, and that's the one you're seeing on TV, where there are the naked ladies and lots of dancing and those huge floaties. And it's not in the streets. I always thought it was in the streets, but no, there's a special place called Sambódromo, and that's where this parade takes place.
No céu se avoou a doce inspiração, as asas de sonhador. E ainda mostrou que gente tão crescida não entende dessa vida e a verdade do amor.
Number 2. Carnival is not at the same time every year, so you can't just mark your calendar every year, okay, every 20th of April I'm going for Carnival. No, it's the same thing as Easter. Actually, Carnival is 40 days before Easter, and since Easter is a moving holiday because of the moon position, etc., even Carnival changes the time of the year, so you can always check online when is the time of the next Carnival. This year, the Carnival was in April. It was not because the moon would be late and there was no full moon before that, but there was the pandemic of that disease, do you remember COVID? And so they postponed, but only the parade. The Carnival was cancelled completely, but the samba schools competition remained, so I got a chance to see it. Number 3, the parade is not only in Rio. We always imagine the Carnival in Rio, right? The dancers, and you can see the Christ on the hill, and it's all connected to Rio. So I thought first that the Carnival is only in Rio, but no, actually Sao Paulo has similar parade. So if you prefer to go something more low-key, well, actually when you see the footage, there's nothing low-key about that, but there is another option. You don't have to go to Rio, you can go to Sao Paulo. Some other cities have their competitions as well, but only the one in Sao Paulo and Rio are broadcasted on national TV. Number 4. The parade is actually a competition. The samba schools from Rio and Sao Paulo compete in 3 divisions for the trophy, who is the best dancer. There's different categories. There is category for dancing, costumes, the floaties, everything is judged, and the best of the best get the trophy. Since there are 3 categories, they compete for 3 days. Each category has their own day. First, it's the amateurs or beginners, if you want to call them that. Then there is the first division, and then there are the champions. You can always buy tickets for each day, and you're watching them compete. Or, as we did, we didn't go for the competition ones, but on Friday, the next week, there is a parade of the winners. So we basically saw the third, second, and first place of all the 3 divisions. So if you want to get the best of the best, do it like we did.
Que o bom da vida é viver, agradecer a Mãe Senhora, nossa padroeira, as bênçãos que virão pra vida inteira. Vamos vencer a nossa união, o dom de partilhar.
There's always a theme of the parade. So the schools are given a topic that they are supposed to creatively embrace and prepare the dance, the costumes, of course, some of the floaties, and a music. I didn't know that the schools have to write their own samba music to perform too. And the music, there is a huge band with lots of drummers and their own singers. And it's really, really cool. You can dance with them. Amazing thing. Number 6, safety. Carnivals in Brazil are known to be very wild. People don't wear much clothing, there's lots of music, alcohol, so be prepared to encounter huge crowds of people. Everywhere in the world, when there is a big party, you can expect people to be wilder than on daily basis. So my advice is be cautious. Don't go to places you don't know, take somebody with you and be on alert. I've never been to the real carnival. As I said, I just went for the parade, and that's a completely different story. It's like going for a concert or a sporting event. So there, you don't have to worry. Once you get inside the Sambodromo, you're being checked by the security with the metal detector and everything. So you should be rather safe there, and you're basically just watching the other people perform. So you don't get in like too much contact with other people if you don't want to. You cannot drive to Sambodromo before Carnival. So keep that in mind, park your car in the nearby hotel, and from the Holiday Inn, I believe, near here, you can go take a shuttle right to the Sambodromo. So don't drive around the parade place. Number 7, weather. Here's the deal. Carnival is usually in February or early March, which is summer in Brazil. You would be like, yeah, it's gonna be hot and sunny. It's gonna be hot, you're right there, but it's a rainy season, so count on some rain on your parade. Actually, we came already in autumn, which was kinda supposed to be dry, and we still had a lot of rain during the carnival. It was pouring, but they are ready for that. They give you some little rain jacket and you can still watch, and it's like a hot shower there. It's not really so bad because since it's really hot, you don't really mind the water that much. Be ready to spend a lot of time there. These parades take 7 hours. It's from 10 p.m. till 5 a.m. So if you usually sleep by 9, I'm not sure this event is for you. So be ready, it's gonna be a whole night party. Number 8, tickets. The tickets actually differ quite drastically depending on where you want to sit, how close you want to be, or what services you want included in your ticket. There are the normal seats that differ in price from how far you are from the dancers, and then they have some sort of VIP boxes, or they call it camarotes, and that's where you can go, and it's a completely different beast. I can tell because that's what we went for. It's very expensive. It's 1,000 reais, which is this much in euros and dollars. So it's like a fancy concert of a real celebrity here in Europe. So it's not cheap. But for that price, first of all, you have entertainment for 7 hours, unlimited drinks and food, and not just like any food, but we had sushi, there was some beef barbecue. It was amazing. And there are little breaks between the schools because they have to prepare, the other school prepares, the other one leaves the place. So once you don't have this entertainment, you're basically sitting there and nothing happens for 20 minutes, half an hour in between the schools. So in the camarote, you just have a party, there's a DJ, you can watch the performance, dance, drink. So it's like unlimited party. As one-time experience, because I'm not sure when other time I will be able to do this, I highly recommend to make this investment if you're into this kind of things. The only disadvantage is you have to wear their t-shirt. I mean, we even got the like stupidest bird. They were like different birds on different t-shirts for the different days. For the competing days, they had like the toucans and the aras, and we got this. Boy, I have no idea what bird it is, but it's not that fancy. You will, of course, get the wristband to make sure that you belong there. And yet again, you can, that's really funny. I've never seen something like that. You can actually adjust your t-shirt. There are like some stands where you can go and cut out your t-shirt, put some glitter over it, sew it up, make it a dress, make it your own. So that's fine, but you don't want to spend the evening, honestly, like, you know, customizing something ugly. But yeah, this is the only downside for me, but then you have a little souvenir and you will remember it forever. As they really want to make it VIP, because I believe for locals, this price is like a monthly salary easily. So it's really expensive. So to justify it, they do everything unthinkable. They even have a barber there, or like a hairstylist. You can have your hair styled. Things like that. A little crazy, unexpected, but why not? But for me, all this was completely useless because I was mesmerized by the parade. There are actually 2 levels of these camarotes. The downstairs, where the ticket is a little cheaper. You don't get as much variety of food and drinks, but there's still quite a lot. But you can get close to the line where the dancers are, so you can literally just touch the dancers if they come close enough. And this final parade is perfect because it's basically just to show off to your loved ones and families. So the dancers had lots of relatives in the camarote, so they were coming close to, well, not to me, but to the people that were standing around me, and they were related to the dancers, so I could get a really close-up look. Amazing. And there's a first floor as well, and on the first floor you have chairs and you can watch the parade from the top, which is great when you want to have a closer look at the floaties. If you never heard this term before, it's that huge car with lots of details. Some are like animals, some are like cars. They call it in Portuguese carro alegórico, which it's like allegoric car, makes maybe more sense than floating to me. Definitely, but those are gorgeous. I mean, those immense things, absolutely breathtaking. But if you don't want to spend any money on the tickets, there's actually a place at the back of the Sambódromo, and they are taking the carros alegóricos out and the dancers get out through there. So if you stand nearby, you can just watch it for free, but you won't get the same experience, of course. And if you're going for the normal seats, keep in mind, you'll be there for 7 hours, so you might need some refreshment and definitely some umbrella because the weather might get quite rainy.
De raiz africana, batuque de jogo, folia de reis, orgulho de ser valenciano. Saiu da roça e foi pra cidade. Águia altaneira, decada de bambas, caiu no samba, de verde e rosa, lá em Mangueira, senhora da glória, de tantas batalhas, na rosa dos palcos, a voz de navalha, na hora da sede, você vencedor, diz aí, não pode ter mentira, eu vou vagiar, eu tô na viva e eu sou, no balanço do mar, do mar, na hora da sede, você vencedor, diz aí, não pode ter mentira, eu vou vagiar, eu tô na viva e eu sou, no balanço do mar, o seu cantar é uma prece, nota do samba resplandece, aonde Deus fez a morada, emana a luz do nosso Senhor, e o samba de todos, filha de Zambi, identidade é uma ancestral, na negritude o retrato.
Number 9, controversy. Okay, I'll bring you a little tea about the carnival and the reality behind it. Locals hate these parades. The samba schools are sponsored by the city, which means they are getting quite big sums of money to keep going. And lots of locals think with the level of homelessness and poverty in the cities, the money would be better invested into the problematic areas than to dancing. So a lot of locals boycott these celebrations completely because it's simply, they don't want to support how the city treats their poor.
But to be fair, there is definitely a lot positive about this parade. This is the most inclusive show I've seen in a long time. You can find children, plus-size people, old people, anybody who wants to be in a parade can be, which I believe is an amazing message.
Number 10, what you can expect when you go for the carnival. I was surprised. I was really worried there'll be too many people, too drunk, too crazy, and that it's gonna be unpleasant to even be in the crowd. But I was so pleasantly surprised. Despite the all-you-can-drink principle, people are super nice, super friendly. There were no incidents, no fights, nothing like that. It's really, and the energy with the dancers. I don't know, if you love this kind of colorful costumes, the music, the energy, I think you would love it. For me, the fact that I could be really close, because when I saw the camarote on pictures, it looked like you can be only on the first floor, so you don't get the close contact, and I was like, but like I would like to see them really close. It's perfect that you can really go down. Of course, the weather was bad, which worked for me because nobody wanted to be in the pouring rain, and I was like, yeah, I'll go. I don't mind the rain. I just want to see it closely. So I had the row for me. There was nobody in front of me because the people were standing under the roof and watching the parade. So for me, I had basically VIP treatment because of the rain. But still, you can always fight for your place because people watch the parade, right? Then they go dancing and eat and come back. So if once you just stay and guard your spot, you will get the best view in the house. We were also at the place where the drummers come in the play when they are presenting themselves. So we got like the close look at the drummers and you can feel the energy. It was amazing. Despite the controversy, I still have to recommend it. It's something unique and it was an experience of a lifetime for me.
If you want to see the absolute winners of the carnival, they are the last one on the program, so you have to stay till 5 a.m. We did, and we bring them to you. They had these gorgeous floats with blue tigers and an amazing costume. I really think it was spectacular.
Nos perdoai, amor, por tanta ingratidão, perdão, pro mundo se salvar, amor, meu velho Atotô, ó meu São Lázaro, nos perdoai. Os caminhos dessa gente descendida, eles cantam que o bom da vida é viver, agradecer a Mãe Senhora, nossa padroeira, as bênçãos que virão pra vida inteira. Vamos vencer.
So that's it. That's the whole video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, why don't you give me a samba dancing thumb up? And you can subscribe to my channel. I upload every Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. Have an amazing rest of your day and bye!
And as a bonus, here are a few funny clips. Everybody's dancing, but we all have one friend like this. And of course, the slippery floors and dancers, the comedy just writes itself.